Welcome, Facebook world. It's going to be a little different today. Welcome. I may need to move the camera a few times, but let's start with here. Just wanted to, as always, welcome you to our Wellness Wednesdays I'm going to go with Cindy Velez Mejia, your virtual licensed massage therapist. And I'll introduce, I have a partner today. That's rare. I think we've done 13 or 14 episodes and I've been flying solo the whole time. But tonight's going to be a little bit different and I'll explain why. But for those who are coming back, thank you again for continuously supporting. If this is your first time at Wellness Wednesday with Cindy, welcome. And we are delighted to have you. This has been going pretty well, and now a YouTube channel has been created during COVID and still many with restrictions. Just looking for a way that I could offer some help if I wasn't able to physically touch people. So this was very well received, and so we're continuing. And I do always like to mention, as a licensed massage therapist, definitely feel that it is a very therapeutic and oldest form of medicine, but as therapists, we do not override or supersede any medical instructions and direction you've been given. If massage is contraindicated, we encourage you to follow that safety, but if not, or if it's just relaxing to even watch or learn things about your body, we hope that Wellness Wednesday works for you. So today we're going to get started, and I do have a partner. He's not going to raise his head, but I am socially distanced, but I get to spend time with my husband. So this is Francisco, my hubby, on the table, so obviously I have his permission to record this session, right?
Yes.
Yay! Okay, so we're going to go forward. I thought I would do some partner work, even though my real drive for this was to teach you and instruct you on ways and suggestions that could help you provide relaxation to yourself. But I do realize that many are married or dating or have roommates or maybe seeing a couple of friends. So it could be very beneficial to show some technique that you could try on each other. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to start with just learning some basic introduction on how to do partner work. And so that's what I'll be getting started. So we'll go ahead and start. I figured I would concentrate on the neck and back, which seems to be a common area where we hold our stress. So we'll get started with that. And I'm very fortunate, right, because I have a massage table. So this layout is pretty convenient. It's good for me ergonomically the way I reach. But if you're doing this at home, this works perfectly fine, which we've done like at an edge of a bed. And I say edge because you may be standing to do some of the pressure. And so being at the edge of the bed to work one side of the back, and they can either turn completely around or slide over to the other side, so you could work the other side. So just a thought, okay? But yeah, we're going to talk as much about technique as we are protecting your own ergonomics as well. So welcome in. Hello, individuals. Hi, Miss Carlissa and Angelica. Nice to have you. So what we're going to do is get started with learning some important strokes for the neck and the back. As I said, I may need to adjust the camera depending on the angle, but welcome to my spa. We'll pretend that we're actually doing a full session. So I would expose the back, obviously to a comfortable level to the client, and we'll see how far we go. But I'm going to start with the neck and back. So when I give a massage or provide technique, you actually need space around you. But again, if you're just at a bed and you're sitting maybe at one end of the bed and they're right there in front of you, so imagine I'm sitting on the bed, I love to start with compressions, kind of just introducing the body to massage. So if you have a partner today, great. If not, don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do these same things to yourself. So a trick for massage therapy. I'm not very big nor very brolic yet, but I can provide a lot of pressure by my body my body angle, body mechanics. So you may not see, but I can lean in. So I'm actually kind of football stance. My feet are shoulder length apart, and I'm just going to lean in and apply pressure. So do you see, I'll over exaggerate some of it, but some of this is the real deal, like actually just pushing my weight. Right now I've no oil, no butter, no magic massage intuition lotion bar. This is just moving the body. So I'm kind of, the best description, the way we used to do it, is just kneading the body like dough. So I'm just palm down, and I'm doing those little circles. For those of you that have been with me, we've done these circles before. We've done them before on ourselves. So I'm going on either side of the spine. We're never going to work the spine. And I'm just pushing forward. Yeah, and they can adjust their arms. That happens often when they start to realize what you're doing. Having the arms side by side on either side is actually pretty good. And I can lean forward. As I lean forward, so if you happen to have a table, I change my stance to kind of a lunge so I can apply greater pressure further down. And I'll move the camera a little bit so that you can see a little bit further what I do, because really the focus is just on the hands, right? So I'm just leaning and I'm pushing down, pushing all the way back up. All right, so that's how we get started. If you're doing this and you're at home and you're doing this to yourself, you can just kind of cross, and it's just a squeeze, right? So you can't push down on yourself other than maybe parts of your body like your arm, which we've done compressions on. So it's kind of that self-hug and pull. And I can do that all the way around and just introducing the body to touch and promoting circulation. There are times I've done compression like this, my arms, my legs all the way down, and it's so relaxing. So compressions, if you have the privilege of working on someone else, it's kind of more the palm doing the work, and I can work that all the way down, up the back, go a little bit further out, and work the way all the way down and all the way back up, okay? Because we hold so much pressure and tension in our neck, I really like to loosen up the neck by really pushing in. So this is that movement that I'm going to do. I'm going to push in to the neck, and then I'm going to go side to side, almost like a cat needs. I mean, cats, I think, are therapists. They really do offer like a massage. And so I'm doing one shoulder and the other, so it's actually kind of pivoting one shoulder and the other and just working all the way. And I kind of go back to what I did before. So if you notice my pace is a little quicker, I am going to go ahead and pick up the pace to bring in more circulation. Hello, Miss Tosh. Welcome. Welcome. And I can do just finger strokes, like when you scratch someone's back. Yeah, I can do that all the way down and up. Okay? Now let's get into, we're going to apply something, a lotion. In this case, it's one of my lotion bars. It's the Male Scent Blue Sugar. And I'm going to, now a couple of things can be done if working on someone else. I can melt it in my hands and start working, or this is his lotion bar. I can use the bar while doing some of my motions. So we're going to do a long stroke. We did this a bit when we worked on our own legs. So I'm doing the same initial motion when I did compressions, but I'm going all the way down the side of the spine and back up and an inch out and back up. In this case, I have the lotion bar, so it's like an extension of my hand, and back up. Because his body is melting it, it's left like a light thin layer of moisture on him. I'm going to take it now in my left side, so I'm not going over the spine. I'm not going to go over the spine. I'm going to push down just to the side of the spine, and I'm applying, key here, same pressure as I go down as I come up. He should feel that same pressure all the way on both sides. Okay? It's his lotion bar. It will be something I offer to my clients when I can get back to massage. They can upgrade. Hey, even at dance festivals, troops, You can upgrade and get your own lotion bar and a little bit of aromatherapy. So we're going to do long strokes. If you wanted to practice these strokes on yourself, I'm going to use Franco's back. You use your forearm. All right, so those with me, I'll use his back. You can use your forearm. So we've done this position a lot. I don't know what to call it, the Cindy claw. But I'm going to go right and then left. So my right hand down, pressure all the way down to the right of the spine. Let that go. Left side, right side, left side, right side, left side. Now, I already get breathy because if you truly understand therapeutic massage, there is consistent pressure. So you've ever had someone massage and they're just kind of this super light? You may like that. You may want a relaxing, but when you're looking for therapy, I am putting my body into it and I'm extending all the way. Right now I'm going to go about an inch out and I'm going to go all the way down, all the way down. Again, right, another inch out, all the way down. I may need to come over, so I'm kind of right under his scapula, kind of getting to the side, all the way down. Same thing on this side. I can do both hands together. Pressure all the way and then up. So if you are going to do this, when you do that pressure all the way down, I'm going to go ahead on your forearm if you want, maybe it turned up. I curved. I do the pressure all the way down, like my fingers are even curved down to keep that pressure. And then when I'm coming back up, it's the reverse. Those fingers go down, cup into the skin, and pull all the way back up. Does that make sense? So it's not ever a light. You see this doesn't happen? It's form, like in dance, right? So this is curved and it's going down. Now I lay this down. It goes down too. And I push with these fingers curved down the whole time. When I pull back, those fingers stay curved. So does my palm. It doesn't ever come up. That's what gives consistent pressure all the way through. So if we try that, for those of you that get to do this later with a partner, please tell me how it goes. We apply that pressure all the way down. When I get to the end, my fingers are still curved. Now I'm pulling back up with the same pressure that we used when I go forward. And I cup and come back, and I cup and come back. And a really nice feeling, I'm almost there, when I come back, is I'll go on either side of the shoulders and pull up in his neck. Okay, and I don't know how well you can see that, so I might bring you a little closer. I'm going to try to invest in a tripod team. Your donations help. So I go down, right, curved all the way, go down, go down, go down. I pull up, and as I come up, right as I get to the shoulder blade, I come a little bit out. So my hands do this. Come a little bit out, palms still down. I come down right to his shoulders. My fingers then turn this way. Go out, and I cup into his neck. And this could be a time where you just start to rub into the neck. Okay? So, these long strokes, I don't know if Sarah's on with us. These long strokes have a name, and this is how you warm up the body for massage. It's called effleurage. Effleurage. And that's more specific to perhaps a Swedish massage. So if you notice what I've done, when we started, it was just one side, push all the way down, come right back up, immediately next to the spine, left side all the way, come back up all the way, go out about an inch, right side, this hand will show you what it's doing, come back up, and then left side. You can do both hands at the same time, and I'm bracing myself. So I'm in a lunge position. My right leg is forward, my knees are bent. It's a workout. And I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to come back, and we did that shoulder wrap across. Here's some easy tips if you're working on someone's back. You could do the same, we'll call it stroke, because the effleurage is a stroke, and just change your fingers to change the feeling. For example, note what I'm doing with my left hand. Okay, that's the motion. Now note what I'll do with my right hand. Everybody catch that difference? Did you feel a difference, Franco? Okay, so it's small. He said, he's falling asleep. Best compliment for a massage therapist. He said the right answer. So did you note that difference, guys? I'll do it again. This is what my left hand is doing. Palm down, curved. We're not on the spine. I'm going all the way. Maybe I'll make it come to you. And I'm clawing. I say clawing. No nails here. So I'm pulling back up, right? Same pressure. Now note what I do with this hand. I go down, and when I come back up, and I pull back up. So did you guys see what I did different? Now, that span, opening up, they were still curved. They should feel like the same pressure when they're together, but I cover more of the back. So now I'm actually going to go with both hands down, fingers together, and when I get to the base, I'm going to open them up and pull up with all the fingers opened. Same mechanics, if you will. Still going forward with the lunge, pulling back, but it's a totally different stroke when I open up the fingers. Fair? What questions anyone have out there for me? None? Let them come in if you do. I will show this motion for those of you doing self-care or wondering. I mean, you could do this really anywhere, right? So the motion is just a simple, let's say you've got your palm down, you're going to work your shoulder. So I'm going to go across, right? My fingers, palm all are down, and I'm putting pressure. Then I wrap around my shoulder, and when I pull back with the same pressure I went with, up and down. But I can change, try it on yourself. I go forward, over that shoulder pressure, open up my fingers and drag down. I covered a greater surface. I could feel a difference. So the motion can be just like this, or whatever part you're working. When you get to the end, open up those fingers, keep them curved, and pull back. For your safety, for our safety, the goal is to do our best to keep the wrist straight. So I'm not massaging like this, okay? I'm keeping my shoulders and all straight. I'll need to do a full body cam so you guys could see me. I mean, I am in full lunge position. Full lunge position, okay? One of the things that makes their massage therapy so therapeutic is almost the melody when the massage therapist is really getting the flow. It could be they feel energy, they just know they're working a good spot. It's fluid. So this would be me in a more fluid motion. I get to the end. I'm going to span out a little bit. I'm going to come up his back with those open fingers. I'm going to cup around, and I'm going to do that again, not stopping. Open those fingers, come around the neck, and not stopping. And I may just pull straight back here. And now I'll do what I call fans. So my hands are doing like windshield wipers. Again, not on the spine. They're going like this on either side, giving pressure. I'm pushing down. I feel movement happening. I feel movement. And when I'm at the shoulders, both hands, and my whole body's into it. Mid-back, still both hands, closed fingers. If it starts to get a little bit further, so I'm starting to get to the mid-back, that's when I'll do a fan. So I'll fan out and then use my thumb to really push down. My thumb will push down. And I can walk those thumbs. This is just the thumbs walking all the way back up. And I'll do a straight fan all the way down. How many of you want to be my next volunteer? Who wants to do it? So that's just a tip on how to get that initial movement, effleurage, some fanning. A very common and normal next step for massage would be something called petrissage, where we start to knead the actually it's kneading the back, right? So we did those long strokes. We came up, we wrap around the neck. This would be where I would start to introduce that. So this is what we probably are more used to. If someone comes behind you and they start rubbing, oh, that feels good. That's what we're going to do. So it's opposite here because of his position. And I'm just going to, it's almost like I'm pulling it, pinching it in. That's all I'm doing. Pulling the area. And it depends on where their tension is. Now, if you're saying, Cindy, I don't know how to feel tension, that's okay. That's what we're here for, LMTs. What you can know, though, is that these muscles, just feeling your circular movement, this pinching, if you will feel good. And your partner will tell you. Your recipient will tell you. So I'll come over this way, too, because I can knead. That's all I'm doing. Pinching up that skin, pulling it up from the shoulder, going into that neck. I'll even lean sometimes. You have a nice husky like my hubby, or someone wants a sports massage, I'll cup at that shoulder, let my finger slide into the neck, and I will lean back. And I'm letting my own body weight in that pull, doing that same pull I did on the back, cross. I can do it the other way, just so I don't want him to feel uneven. And I will leaning into you guys, and lean back, okay? Then I'm back to kneading, petrissage, kneading the back, circles, pinch, pick up and pinch, pick up and pinch. Go all the way down to wherever you were doing your long strokes to. Come on the other side, knead it, knead, circles. And you guys have been with me long enough. If we do it clockwise, what are we going to end up wanting to do? Correct. So now I'll go down and I'll do it the other way on both sides, just kneading. And those circles can get bigger. I could knead, right? So I'm not really pinching everything, but I can do big circles and pinch that in. Pinch, pinch, and pinch. Once I've done that, I will always kind of reconnect the feeling, so back to pulling and up. Right, so there's some repeat therapy movements. So I did that kneading. He's probably feeling more blood flow, and I'll just pull back up and knead through. He smells really good, by the way, guys. He smells really good. And the last thing I'll go over is a little bit of a deeper stroke. Hey, Miss Sarah, welcome. And I think I saw movement too. Welcome. So to get a little bit deeper, perhaps you're working with someone who is who really has tense shoulders. Maybe you can even feel that. Or the upper back is pretty tense. We've done this when we've worked on ourselves and worked on our hands. We did these soft knuckles. So let's try, and I say soft knuckles because you're not punching their back, okay? So a soft knuckle. So I've got soft hands, and I'm going to go right at the base of the neck, and I'm just going to do circles, pushing in, circles. I said before, like a cat. I'm going to do circles all the way through. But the kneading and the soft knuckles lets me put more pressure. Look, I'm going to actually lean. You see what, almost like if I'm doing a push-up, I'm going to lean my body. Obviously, every client is different, right? So it depends on who I'm working on. But I'm just going to knead through these circles. You want to try it on yourself? Take your forearm and do these circles. Work your arm up. Whew, I'm getting chills from this. And work down. Work down the arm too, okay? So for your partner work, just soft circles all the way through. I say soft. You let them know, is that pressure good? If they want more, this angle changes. And you see, my body is what's doing that work. And I can do that all the way down and do it back up. Do the circles the opposite way. So if I'm circling out right to left, then I want to do internal rotation for that. Same thing on this side. You probably can see it better here. I keep my thumbs close. They don't want to be hyperextended. This would be uncomfortable for you quickly. You want to be able to keep massaging each other. So it's just like kneading dough. If you've not cooked, it doesn't help, but it's just like kneading dough. What I have found when people, I do this all the way through, of course I'm going to do my famous pull back, around, and cup up. What I have found when people really hold a lot of tension in their neck and shoulders is if I can get that same kneading and I get right in there. So I am actually pushing his shoulders back a bit to separate from the neck, and I just do these circles right in here. I don't even lift. I just keep this rotation happening. So for you, this is what I'm doing inside either side of the neck, and I rotate all the way through, and then I can push. So I'm pushing and slide that out over both shoulders all the way. Circle, circle. Some of this circle you can do to yourself. So some of this is what I'm doing in his neck. You can do it to yourself. And then I'm pushing it out on the shoulders. So I'm circling, getting in there, and then I'll push out on the shoulders. So we've done quite a bit. The back, normally, every therapist is different, and it depends on your needs, is normally where many times we spend the greatest amount of time, because there's quite a span of muscles here, and there's so many things connected. So you're having shoulder pain, that there's a muscle connector there. You're having bicep pain, neck pain, most common, upper back, middle back, lower back, even some glute issues, range of motion issues. We can spend a lot of time and do things here. But what I wanted to do for today is just introduce you to, if I have a family member at home who either I would like to have work on me or I can do work on, what would be some of the techniques. Remember, we talked about where you're placed. So I'm on a massage table, a little unfair maybe to you. I recommend both being on the floor or have the recipient on a side of a bed so that you can do movement. You may start sitting on the bed because they're laying in front of you, and you can do these motions, right? Span the fingers or keep them curved all the way back. You may then want to get up. Let's say they're on this side of the bed, and you might want to do the kneading and the round circles with you standing, because you can apply more pressure that way. Then have them scoot to the other side of the bed or just flip around, and you can do the same on this side. But our techniques today were long. First we did compressions, no lotion or anything, just kind of a cat walking on either side of the back all the way down to the hip, and walked our way back. Okay, then we went out an inch. So we never work on the what? Testing. We never work directly on the, who's the winner? Spine. Good. We never work directly on the spine. So we did all of our techniques just about an inch. If you don't know, you can feel down and, oh, there's the spine. So I'm going to go just on either side of it. We did the compressions all the way down, all the way back up. We then did long strokes, lunge position if you're standing. If you're on the bed, two options. You can either kneel over them, over the head, whatever you're comfortable with, or you've probably seen, someone sits on someone's backside and does that. That's okay too. That's okay too. Long strokes. I'm doing them from neck to hip. That could be reversed, and it could be those long strokes from the hip to neck. Okay, so we did the long strokes. We came out. We went a little deeper, kept that curvature, and we keep that curvature when we come back to, or we change the stroke. We could do long fingers as long as they're curved, and pull back. We pulled back, wrap around the shoulders, and pull up. We also did some petrissage or kneading. So I'm doing these little circles, or I'm just grabbing, again, next to the spine and out, back into the spine and out. Do that on both sides. That can be walked all the way down to the hip. And then to get a little bit deeper, we did these soft knuckles all the way down and back up. We learned that nice smooth technique where we can come in around the shoulders, right? Because we also did that fanning where we walked down the back curve, putting pressure all the way down and all the way back up. Then we closed with those soft knuckles right there in the shoulders, getting in the neck, doing those circles and pushing all the way out. And the reason we push all the way out is so it feels complete, not, okay, stop right there. No, we want to, get that tension out and move it all the way across. You can close out with just a neck rub where I'm doing just the kneading. One hand, the other, one hand and the other. Can change my position and do it from here. So this is the motion and I'm pushing in and pull that up. And we close out with a nice big stroke. I'm going to come around the side. Pull, 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 pull. Come to the shoulders. Get into that neck and pull up. I can pull up all the way to the head. We can do scalp rub, Rika's favorite, at another time. And I'll just fan, just a soft fanning. That's how I let my clients know we're getting to a close. I cover them up again and I do the compressions over the blanket. Be surprised how good that feels. I know what my husband can handle, so I can even go kind of forearm deep on that. Pinch, actually pinching the skin is really therapeutic. Last blanket, stroke up to the head and out to the shoulders. And that is an introduction to some partner work. Is my partner awake? Mm-hmm. Okay, how did I do?
Great.
Yay. And we'll probably let him rest. What I would recommend if you do partner work is if it's their first time or it's been a while, give them some time to kind of gather themselves. They may not want to just sit right up. That could actually make them a bit dizzy because we've concentrated a lot of the blood here. So turn on their side. How are you feeling? Sit up. And then hydrate, 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 hydrate. And hydrate some more. So that should help. How do I do this? Some of the technique to myself. Well, the techniques that you saw were effleurage, long strokes. Really good for full arm work and pulling back up. Really good for your legs. Full way down from the hip, down the leg, and pull that back up. It's excellent. Petrissage, kneading. Oh, that's great for the arms. I love to do it. I do it a lot. This is it. I do it a lot to my forearms. A tremendous amount. I can get to my back and do that. I can go, not completely, but my upper back. I can cross. I can do it this way too, just pinching and circular kneading, if you can see that. So I'm just kind of pinching and doing a circular kneading of the back. Soft knuckle, oh, that's great to work forearms. Great for your calves if you're sitting and kind of crossed. You can do that to your legs. We talked about, I think last week, some circles on our hips. That's excellent work. Depending on your reach, you can do some nice work to your back yourself. It might have to be one arm or the other, both at the same time, depending on your range of motion. I like to work my sides. We talked about the importance of working the pecs. So those techniques are effleurage, long, steady strokes, changing just the position of the fingers can change so much. Kneading or petrissage, we talked a little bit deeper, soft knuckle, which we can do on our forearms, we can do on our pecs, we can do on our hip, we can definitely do on our glutes, and I will do a glute session, or our legs. And we did compressions to start. And I'll tell you, team, sometimes I will just ask someone to do compressions. When I was allowed to have someone work on me, I would just ask for compressions, just work down, and my husband does it, just push on, the arm while I just lay here and you apply pressure, or the legs, Or have you ever just squeezed your feet, like just hold that, especially the heel, and release? That's compression. And it's a quick stop of blood and the rush of blood, and that's usually what's relieving. So I am totally okay with what I do here, a compression massage. Just lean into me and push in circles and provide circulation that way. It's just a small introduction. And for some, if you don't have a partner, you might not have liked getting to see somebody work done. I know he's the sacrificial lamb here and had to go through so much. But I hope that it somewhat helps. And for those of you that do have family or partner or spouse, significant other, let me know how it goes. And if you'd like to see something else, how do I do the feet? My boyfriend, my girlfriend, my children love to have their feet worked on, or their hands, or what if I just wanted to work on a hamstring? Or let's talk about it. I am delighted to do virtual private sessions if you're interested, so please reach out to me. I hope that you're staying safe. I hope that this helped just a little bit. Thank you for sharing some time with me. I really appreciate. For those that are watching later, enjoy it. Take some time to share with your family, and please let me know your feedback on it. Please, always, let me know your feedback. I cherish all of you and your time. I appreciate those of you who have made donations. It's all been used to get more information and things. If you have any interest on what I used today, it's my own homemade lotion bar. Comes in a variety of fragrances, but it's great for massage. I have plenty left, and I was able to just do those few strokes at the beginning and take care of it for the whole 30 minutes that we shared. So any massage therapists who are interested in getting some product for your clientele, please reach out to me. I do have Massage Intuition YouTube channel, Massage Intuition with Cindy, and all of these videos are immediately uploaded. So please follow and subscribe. Stay safe, everyone. We will be together next week, and in July there might be a slight change to schedule, but stay in touch with me, stay healthy, self-care in action, sending you much love and good energy vibes. Have a great evening, and thanks for your time, and thank you to my partner. Have a good evening, everyone.